Wait. This is not a good angle, is it? This is not... Why am I always wonky? Anyway, grab yourself a drink. That is absolutely sensational. Get yourself comfortable, more comfortable than me. We're about to have a very, very, very chatty video. I'm very close to having my second baby, and there's just certain things that just aren't priority right now, and having a good filming background setup is just not, it's not my priority right now. But welcome back to my channel. Thank you for clicking on this video. It's been a really long time since I filmed anything for YouTube, and I thought we would have a big old catch up, a third trimester recap. This will be my last video that I will sit down and film before baby is here. I wanted to get something up on YouTube because I haven't posted since my Barcelona baby moon. I haven't posted since like the 2nd of March. A lot has happened in the last 2 months. So let's talk about the reasons why I haven't vlogged. One of the main reasons is because somebody very, very close to me in my life has been given a worst case scenario, and I've just kind of been too upset to like sit down and do chatty vlogs. I have vlogged over on TikTok, but it's been easier because I've just been capturing B-roll throughout a day and then like putting it together with a voiceover, and that's been a lot easier. Sitting down and chatting is something I have tried to do, but I've just been too upset. It didn't feel right, and there are so many clips of me saying like, oh hi guys, like I'm a bit upset because of this. But yeah, so I'm in the awkward stage where somebody really close to us in our family yeah, has literally been given the worst case scenario, end of life. Navigating that whilst also being really pregnant has been difficult. Not on my due date yet, but you know, this baby can come when she wants. Also, obviously I have a toddler, we have no childcare, she doesn't go to nursery, she doesn't like have a set days where she's with like certain people or whatever. It's only actually my mum that has her on her own overnight, and my mum hasn't been home much at all the past few months. She's been away, so yeah, that's been a lot. Obviously Faisal's workload is completely insane, which I can talk a little bit now because as I'm filming this video, the album's announced, singles out, tours announced. That's been like a massive reason as to why I just have not had the energy or time to vlog. He has been so busy. It's been insane. That man has not stopped. I think even if like life right now was calm, I don't think I could vlog much anyway, because it's been like top secret work stuff, Loathe stuff, and I don't just want to post Athena, and like most of my work stuff that I've done is stuff I can't film anyway. So yeah, my main aim recently has been just to get through the day. I've wanted to do as much as physically possible with Athena before I'm at this point now, so any kind of like free time we've had, we've been taking Athena out on exciting adventures, because we know her whole entire world is going to completely change very, very soon when her sister's born. So we've wanted to just do as much as possible with her. I have genuinely like, I've really wanted to vlog all of the chaos, but honestly, not to be that person, it has all just been top secret stuff, guys. I would have loved to have had like a vlog of the album getting finished, all of that to look back on, but I've never been this tired in my life. The only reason I've got makeup on and I'm filming now is because Faisal and Athena have been in Cardiff for the past few days. I've been able to get ready. It's been chaos. Faisal does have some clips of like some BTS stuff, so at least for his own sake, he's got bits that he can show, and it's been wild. Like, you've literally got me about to pop at any moment here in bed, and turning, not being able to sleep. He's been working next to me till like 3 AM designing merch, finishing album artwork. It has been insane. I know so many people would want to see that vlog as well. My friend messaged me, she was like, it's such a boss move dropping a baby and an album at the same time, and I'm like, no it is. Guys, this was not planned. Like, this was not planned, guys. Like, I know like people have been joking about it, but like releasing a baby and the album like at the same time, it wasn't intended like this. It just so happens that like everything's been wrapping up at the same time. I am like, this is chaos. I can't explain the chaos we've been living in. Some of it's been really exciting, but a lot of it has been like incredibly stressful. I will be glad when this like season's over. I really am excited for the album and everything. I'm really excited to have this baby, but this like the past few months has been really hard. There have been some amazing moments, don't get me wrong. I just would like to say, me getting pregnant has nothing to do with our careers, like our work. Like, I just got pregnant. Like, I just got pregnant. Yeah, the Al-Khazraji household has just been like total chaos. Like, put it this way, it's taken 6 months for me to meet a mutual for coffee. 6 months. Me and my new friend, we've been trying to hang out for like 6 months. Life has been that chaotic. I couldn't even find a moment of calm for a few hours in 6 months to meet my new friend. Your priorities just have to shift with babies and pregnancy. And that can be really hard to navigate. And I've definitely struggled with this pregnancy, with not being able to see my friends as much as I want. When I've seen my friends' pregnancy, it's been because I've been somewhere, like, so like every time I've been in London, I've managed to see quite a lot of friends because I've had an hour before my train, or like we've gone to dinner and stuff like that, or I've stayed at their house, so it's like worked out, or I've seen friends at Alex and Sean's wedding, for instance. Last Monday when the single and album got announced, all of us, all the Loathe people, all of Loathe and the crew and the wives and girlfriends, like we all went to dinner in Manchester. That was really nice to see them. I found it really hard to just like meet a friend for coffee or like meet a friend in town. Whereas like in my first pregnancy, because I didn't have a toddler, I didn't have anybody else to think about, I saw my friends all the time in my first pregnancy. It was only really towards the end where like I just kind of gave up because I couldn't walk that I just like succumbed to it. But obviously everything going on in my personal life and stuff like that as well. We are all spinning plates in our lives, aren't we? Career, family, health, fitness. We're all spinning plates, and we can't spin every single plate at the same time to the same extent. And the plate for me that's completely fallen off this pregnancy has been social life. It's really affected me. I've really struggled with it. I felt like a crappy friend, and I think I've spoken about this before. No one's made me feel like that. It's just how I feel, and whenever a friend calls me or they tell me they need something, I am there and I will be there. Should we go for coffee tomorrow? Like, should we go to dinner? Like, should we do this? And that's where I struggle, because I've been like, I've wanted to say yes in the moment, but I know there isn't 100% chance that I'll be able to go. My daughter needs me, or I've got a pregnancy symptom, or I has to go away for work. And I think the past kind of 4 or 5 weeks, I've really not felt comfortable going out with Athena on my own because I'm so pregnant, and she's at that stage where she won't just stay in her pram. She wants to wander off and walk. The constant bending and picking her up and chasing her, like I can't physically run. I tried that, it really hurt. That's felt really stressful, and obviously I know if I go out with my friends and I've got my daughter, they would help me, but I don't ever want to put that burden on someone else. Like, I'm well aware that it was my choice to have kids. I would never burden my friends with my toddler. I'm just really like, I don't ever want to be like that friend. Yeah, I'm really conscious of that. I think I value my friendship so much, and I want my friendships to stay the same. Even though I am a mum, and that is the most important thing to me now, I want to hang out with my friends and just like be me, not be mum me. I feel like if we had a big physical village, life would just be so much easier. And I think there's a misconception, which I completely understand. You just kind of like assume that if musicians aren't in the studio or on tour, they're just at home chilling, and I'm sure Faisal would love that. That's not really the case with a lot of musicians and artists. A lot of musicians and artists are very, very heavily involved in all areas of their band or their work. Loathe, they work really, really, really hard, and they're very, very involved in everything. I actually feel like I live with Eric, because him and Faisal are on the phone so much. They're always doing stuff. And because their management team is based in America, the time difference means that like Faisal does just end up working well into the night. So what we find is like we're up early in the morning with our toddler, and we'll do something really fun with her in like morning lunchtime, and then like we get back and then he's straight into work mode for like the rest of the day into like the early hours of the morning. Like, it's very often it'll be 3 a.m. and I'm going for my 50,000th wee of the night, and he's on his phone working. So life has been a lot like that. I don't know when it's going to calm down, because like, we're now going to have a baby and a toddler. Any free time we have had has been doing things with Athena, because she missed out on so much fun and life in my first trimester, because Faisal was on tour for nearly 4 months and I had HG. So she basically had over 3 months after she turned 1 being stuck inside with a really sick mum, and I feel so much guilt for that. I do think it stunted her growth. She's so happy and she's so smart and she's so easy, but I do feel like having months on end. She's always been safe and happy and she's just played all day, but I mean, like, I was so sick and I was on my own with her 24/7. I wasn't able to teach her anything. I wasn't able to like go over like phonics or words and things like that, and I didn't also just want to put the TV on all day. So she would have screen time in the morning whilst I was consistently throwing up and wouldn't stop, and then during the day she'd have no screen time at all, because I was able to watch her, and I'd have my head in the sink or in a bowl, but I was able to watch her. And then in the evening for a couple of hours, when the sickness got really, really bad again and I was too tired to do anything, I'd then put the screen on. So I'm really proud of myself that she would only have a screen screen in the morning and the evening. It was never, ever, ever on in the day. I wouldn't even have anything on for me. I would just sit. Thankfully, she's really good at occupying herself and playing by herself. So I couldn't even walk to the shop. I couldn't even walk to the letterbox across the road. I couldn't do anything. It was one of the worst times of my entire life, and I feel so much guilt for that I couldn't do anything for her. Even if she went to nursery or something, I don't know how I would have gotten her there. I literally couldn't put her in the pram and walk outside. It was that I was that sick. It was absolutely horrendous, and I know she won't remember this, and I know if it has stunted her growth in any way, she'll catch up. I have no doubt about that, but that's been really difficult. And like, thankfully, when that ended, it did end. The HC ended, and then I was in my second trimester on it. I was feeling better and I was able to do a lot with her. That's been great, and I've had some really gorgeous moments the past couple of months, creating cool memories, and it's been so nice for Athena to just spend so much time with me and Faisal together. She sees us together every day, even though he's busy working a lot. We do have these, you know, these moments where we're all together, and I can see her looking at both of us together, and my heart, I just feel so full. It makes me feel amazing. She's so happy and content. And at the end of the day, I need to try and remind myself, yeah, those couple of months were really hard and horrible, but what I'm doing for her is I'm giving her the greatest gift. The greatest gift I could ever give her is a sister. And what a privilege and honour that I was able to do that for her. And yes, has it left me a different person, like, completely. But the fact that I can give her a sister, I think is selfless on my part. She's the only baby in the family, so I feel like she needs her sister, and it's gonna be worth it. One thing that was really, really exciting is I've had one of my biggest jobs as an actor. I say actor, but it was more like a modelling job, basically. But one of the biggest brands ever, basically, picked me to model for them, which I still can't get my head around. Like, you picked me? I think it's because this used to be my full-time job, so these things they wouldn't go over my head, but I'd just be like, yeah, cool, yeah, I'd love to work for you, like, let's shoot, like, blah, 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 blah. But the fact that, like, because I'm now, like, part-time because I'm a mum, and I'm super pregnant, so I'm even more part-time. The fact that when this kind of thing happens, I just can't get my head around it. I'm like, what? You want me? You want me? And I'm so grateful that I got chosen, and I signed an NDA, so I can't talk about it, but it's really exciting. This is what I mean, like, life right now is like super exciting things that I want to talk about, but I can't. Me and work, or Faisal and the band. Loathe releasing an album in 2026, guys. What? I am so proud of them. I'm really, really excited, and that is all I will say. I am very excited. I can't wait to, like, discuss it with everyone. I hope you're all enjoying Revenant and the video. My sister's in the video, which is really cool as well. When my daughters grow up and they watch their dad's music videos, their Auntie Lola's in the video. She's the one with red hair behind Faisal. House-wise, I think I've spoken about this on YouTube a bit before, but we were planning to move house this year, and at one point we were literally going to move. We were just going to pack up and move. We're going to stay here for a little bit longer. We outgrew this house as soon as we moved in, and if we could go back, we wouldn't have chosen this house. We like the area, but it's so convenient for us right now. So we are going to stay here a little bit longer. I think if Faisal wasn't a musician, this house would be great. Like, we would have the space. But because of his job, we don't have the space. We don't know what the future holds, and people ask us a lot, like, what are you going to do about schools and blah, blah, blah. And the answer is we don't know. We know we don't feel fully settled in the UK, and Faisal has recently moved his studio, because Faisal needs a studio room, like, it's his job. He's moved his studio room from a nice big double bedroom into a box room. They've swapped, so it means that we're probably going to be here for, I think, another year, but it's fine for now. We're now, like, at the stage where we're, like, starting to think about maybe considering the thought of a mortgage, whereas before I've never fancied having a mortgage, because I prefer to go on holiday than save for a house. I still feel like that. I'd rather go on holiday than save for a house. Pregnancy wise, I'm just ready for it to be over, I can't lie. I have not had a very good experience with the NHS this time around in pregnancy. It hasn't been horrendous, it's just been more of a case of people have been nice enough, but there's been quite a bit of negligence, which is pretty bad, as it's been, like, really basic stuff, and I am gonna complain. Like, I won't go into detail here because I'm gonna, like, officially complain, but so much has been missed and just, like, not been dealt with, and it's been like, because I've already had a baby, I know what I need, and I know that I have less appointments second time round, but to go from 16 weeks to 29 weeks without any appointment or anything like that, like, that's wild. The fact that I wasn't even booked for a 28-week blood test, my midwife had to fight to get me a blood test, and I had that at, like, 32 weeks, and then they wouldn't give me the results. I kept ringing up and they wouldn't give me my results, but I was convinced I was anemic. I was on the verge of passing out all the time. It was like dangerous when I was on my own with Athena. I just won't have another baby here. I've really, really been very unimpressed with the system and care in South Yorkshire. It's not, my pregnancy's high risk, and it's been really bad. It's been really bad. I'm laughing because it shouldn't be. It's just like, for instance, like, oh, why didn't you have an appointment at this week's? And it's like, you're my midwife. Even just a case of you can't phone anyone. There's a number for the community midwives, but you can't ever get through. And you can ring 100 times and not get through. And when I brought this up, I was told to just keep trying. But then I was like, no, you're not getting it. All I do is try. Like, I will spend hours throughout the day. Every 5 minutes, my alarm will go off and I'll ring. I can't get through. Yeah, just keep trying. No, you're not understanding me. I'm telling you, nobody's answering the phone. Yeah, they will answer the phone. Just keep trying. No, you're not getting it. You're not listening to me. I am telling you that I can't get through on the phone. I've been trying for days and days and days, a whole week now, all day, every day. No one's answering the phone. Yeah, just keep trying. It's been one of those. It's like, I've called this number, 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 multiple times throughout the day. This department, this department, this department, this department. I cannot actually get through to a single human being. What should I do? Yeah, just keep trying. Athena, my angel, she is an icon. I'm so excited for her. I'm so excited entering the stage of chaos. Like, I know it's gonna age me 30 years, but I'm so excited to have 2 girls. It's gonna be really, really difficult now, but I do feel really confident that the next couple of years, as difficult as I'm gonna find it, especially when I'm solo parenting, it's gonna be so worth it. Summer plans, festivals, shows, I don't really know. It hasn't really been something I've been able to consider because this year's just been so difficult so far. And I really wanna soak up the postpartum period as it's the last one, so I'll imagine I'll have a really low-key summer. Rest of the year, adjusting to having 2 under 2, living slow. Slam dunk is like way too soon after I have the baby, so won't be there. Download, really love the lineup, but if I'm exclusively breastfeeding, which is my plan, I feel like I won't have it in me to go. I actually do want to take maternity leave properly this time, but I also love my job, so we'll see. I feel like I owe it to myself and my babies to take the time to just purely focus on being a mum for a bit, and then when I'm in the swing of having 2 babies and the new baby being older and not newborn and stuff, I think I'll then be like ready to take on work. I don't know, I might get really bored and just like need to work. I think if an exciting job comes in and I can do it, I'll do it, but other than that, I think I'm really going to try and just soak up just being mum for a bit. I'm thinking like lots of like countryside walks, coffee dates, picnics, cute like low-key days out. I am gagging for festival season though, like yeah, and I really want to go for like a bottomless brunch and just get like off my face. Do I want to be off my face at a fezzy? Yeah, every single day. But I just don't know how I'm going to cope with all that with 2 babies. So I think I've just like, I need to accept I'm probably going to have a bit of FOMO this summer. And so I really just want to focus like my energy on being a mum. Also, the record's out in the summer, so it's going to be huge, like a huge newborn stage for babies and music. Like the album's out, got a baby, going through 2 such monumental things at the same time and still being there for each other. I'm so proud of me and Faisal. Have we had to both make sacrifices? Yeah, of course. The fact that we are going through these crazy things, but we're still such a team makes me really proud of us. And that's how I know that Faisal and I are strong, because we can go through these things and know that we're fine. I really am missing that like proper quality time with him. We went on a date the other week. It was really cute. That date night was cute, and then when we went to London for my costume fitting, that was just me and him. That was really cute. And we haven't taken anything out on each other. Like, I have been a little bit snappy, and whenever he said calm down, I've been like, Faisal, I'm pregnant, and then he's been like, oh yeah. Can I be so real? I am so excited to get this baby out of me and start losing weight. Not to be shallow or superficial, but I have gained another 20 kilograms this pregnancy like I did the first time, and I don't want it. I don't want it. I'm just gonna be honest, I don't want it. I'm apprehensive of my body image again, because I am scared of how much I will hate my reflection again. I had it when I first had Athena, and I saw a body that I didn't recognize myself, heavier, everything, like where's my waist? And I am going to be honest and say I didn't like it, and I didn't find it helpful when people were like, no, you look great, because it was really invalidating me. I'd be saying, I really don't like what I see in the mirror. What? Don't say that. Don't say that. That's not the approach you should have, I think. I think it's fine for a woman to have a baby and look in the mirror and not like what she sees. Like, yeah, it's not nice, but it's weird seeing your body completely change and it kind of be out of your hands. Like obviously I've chosen to have this baby, I've chosen to go through this pregnancy, but I'm not choosing for my body to change so much. And it's gonna be weird being postpartum in the summer. Like what do I wear? Because I'm gonna like hate my body and I'm gonna not know what to wear, but it's gonna be really hot. And then I'm also breastfeeding. I'm so determined to feel good and look good, but I am concerned. And I think that's another reason why I just want to have maternity and just be low key and, you know, come back in a year and feel like a MILF. I still can't wrap my head around, and it's a generational thing. It's changing now. But the expectation of new mums to host visitors and everything, they've just had a baby. I can't wrap my head around it. I think it's because me and Faisal have really understanding families. So even though I know all of our families want to come and see the baby as soon as the baby's born, because I can't think of anything worse than that, they respect that. I'm having a C-section, so what major surgery do you have where you're then expected to host people? Like pregnancy, a C-section is the only major surgery that you will go through where you're then expected to host people at your home as soon as you get home. And that makes no sense to me. I don't get it. And also like, because I'm now having my second baby, I also don't understand why the general expectation is that when you have a baby, everybody comes to see the baby. And like, I get it, because like, if someone in my life has a baby, of course I want to see the baby, but like, I'm now understanding that that's not the right way to see it. And if my sisters ever have kids, my priority will be them, not the baby. Because the baby's being looked after by the mum. My priority would be my sister. My priority would be like, hey sis, what can I do to make your life easier now that you've literally just had a baby? Do you want me to book a cleaner? Do you want me to clean your house? Do you want me to cook some tea and leave it on the door? I don't know, like I'm not having visitors after I've had my next baby for a while actually. For that reason, I want to be able to heal from major surgery without thinking about anybody else. No one's put that pressure on me, by the way. It's more of a case of like, when I did, and my mum on the phone, she's like, do you know what, Ellie? I never ever thought about this until you've brought it up. And she's so proud of me for choosing myself, because she said she remembers she had 3 C-sections and she remembers it was just a carousel of people coming around, and she would be heavily pregnant and then thinking, all right, I need to make sure we've got enough tea bags, enough squash, enough like snacks for all the visitors after baby. And I'm like, what? Like, I can't wrap my head around that. I don't care what anyone says. Like, when a mum's just had a baby, she should not be thinking about hosting guests. What? That is insane. My mum now, she's like, now that you talk about it, she's like, yeah, she said it was horrible. She said it was horrible, but that was the norm. The norm was you have a baby and everybody comes around to hold the baby and you're just sat there hating it. And I said to my mum, I'm not having that. No way. Like, I want to be excited to have visitors. I want to be excited to have family and friends come over to see the baby. They should be here to see me, really. That's just not how it goes, is it? And so, yeah, I'm just not having visitors for as long as I want. That's actually fine. I feel really lucky that, you know, our families are so respectful in that way. And if anybody comes around, my mum's going to be here a lot because I'm having a C-section and she's had 3 C-sections. So she's like going to be my nurse. Faisal's obviously going to be like dad and husband. I want to have healed. I want to have healed. Healing from a C-section takes more than 6 weeks. Like, obviously, healing from birth takes more than 6 weeks. I know you get your like all clear at 6 weeks, but I think what I want to do is heal from major surgery, bond with my baby, figure out the breastfeeding routine, and then after 6, 7 or 8 weeks, then be like, okay, come and visit. But even then, I won't be having like loads of people sleeping over, mainly because we just don't have the space. But also, I don't want to feel that pressure of like being a new mum again and having to think about everyone else, even though people just sort themselves out. Like, we have that kind of house where people just come in and make themselves a drink. Like, I'm like, just eat what you want, just do what you want. But I still don't want to have to think about anyone else. So I think for me, and I've talked about this before, I won't be having any visitors when the baby's newborn. I want to at least get past that 6-week check, and then when I'm in a bit more of a like routine, I'll then consider visitors. I feel like I've been talking for a very long time, so I don't know how to end this video other than next time I have a sit down chatty video on YouTube, I will hopefully not have a massive bump. I need to go and eat my leftover Pizza Express from yesterday now. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you for listening to me ramble. And I'll see you in my next video. Bye guys.